Hello, this is Dr. Susan Blumberg here on Path to Parenting Harmony for my Monday Facebook Live. Today we're going to talk about developing a sense of well-being in tweens, teens, and young adults. Last week I was reading Daniel Goleman, Goleman, newsletter on emotional intelligence, as I do most weeks. It's a marvelous newsletter and I highly recommend it. But if you have too many emails already, I'll summarize it for you, and I'll probably do it a few more times over the next few months. Emotional intelligence is a super important topic for our kids because in addition to the other areas that we deal with our kids, especially those with special needs, emotional intelligence has to do with how we help our kids' social emotional development. But last week's newsletter struck a particularly strong chord with me because I call myself a parenting and family well-being coach. And this newsletter was all about developing that sense of well-being. And so I want to talk about the 4 areas that he identified as being particularly important in developing a sense of well-being. The first was self-awareness. Now, we all know that self-awareness has to do with, being aware of our feelings and thoughts, but he pinpointed something much more important, and that is, can you control your own thoughts? And can you redirect your thoughts from negative to positive, but also from distractions back to the task at hand? This is much more complicated, and I could spend hours, and will devote some more sessions of my Facebook Lives just about this topic, but this is the first step towards a sense of well-being. Do you have control of your own thoughts? And this is what he calls self-awareness. The second area is connection, and this means developing healthy relationships. This means parent-child relationships, sibling relationships, but also friendships, peer friendships. And these are difficult for so many of our children, even before the pandemic. And now that the pandemic has happened and we're on remote learning, we're not able to see our friends in person, I have to ask, and I have talked about this before, what are we doing to support our children's friendships? Are we arranging Zoom dates for our friends? Are we arranging outside walks when the weather is good enough, as it has been this week? Though we're supposed to get snow here in Colorado again this coming weekend. Are we talking about safety precautions with our children's friends' parents? So can we have an in-person play date, perhaps if they're masking, if their family is following the same social distancing and restricted contact rules that our family is following? Having these open conversations with our children's friends and classmates might allow some more friendships to develop. And so it's very important that we be thinking actively about supporting our children's friendships. The third area is positive self-talk. And just like self-awareness, this is extremely difficult for so many of our kids. This is the ability to stop the negative self-talk that our kids are having and be able to change the channel, so to speak, to switch to positive self-comments. And the way we as parents can be most supportive of this is reinforcing our kids for effort, for trying. Rather than praising them for a good grade or even for completing an assignment, let's praise them for effort. Let's praise them for working on a project. They don't have to complete it. They don't even have to do it well. But just the fact that they're trying, that they're making an effort, let's catch those moments and praise them for that and help them see that even trying, making the effort is something to be valued. And this is a way we can start instilling positive self-talk in our children. The fourth area, and perhaps the most important in some ways, is helping our children develop a sense of purpose. This means that they feel that they are being motivated by something larger than themselves. that their lives are not revolving just around themselves, their own activities, their school. This could mean contributing to the family by doing chores, by helping cook, by assisting mom, dad, or siblings. This is enough for some of our kids to feel that they have a sense of purpose in their lives. But some of our kids are capable of doing much more. They might want to contribute to a cause, whether that's through volunteering some time. It could be raising money. It could mean that they're spending time reading or doing an activity that contributes to a larger cause. My daughter is very committed to helping the NICU where she was born. We go back to visit regularly. She crochets hats for the babies. She has done some charity projects. We bring cake and desserts to the nurses who helped take care of her on a regular basis. This gives a sense of purpose to her life. It's very important to her to participate in Facebook groups around the diagnoses that she has so that she can share her experiences. These give her a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging to something larger than herself. This is difficult for some of our kids who have difficulty seeing the world outside of the blinders that they wear. But developing this sense of purpose in our kids helps develop a sense of well-being. So let's review these 4 things. The first was self-awareness, the ability to control their thinking, direct themselves from negative talk or distractions to the task they're supposed to be working on. The second was the sense of connection, developing healthy relationships. The third was positive self-talk, helping them see that their effort is worthwhile, even if they're not always successful. And the fourth was developing a sense of purpose, a sense of contributing to something larger than themselves, whether that's just the family or a community cause or a sense of helping the world at large. I want to talk about these things because as a family well-being coach myself, my goal by helping families through coaching is to achieve harmony in your lives by reducing the nagging, the frustration, the exhaustion. I want to help your families achieve a sense of well-being, whether that's working directly with the teens, whether that's working directly with the parents. That's my goal as a coach. If I can help your family work on any of these issues, please feel free to write your questions here in the Facebook group, Path to Parenting Harmony, to reach out to me for a Make a Difference call. That's a free consultation. I'll drop the link in the chat. Or to attend one of my free workshops. The next workshop on how to help your kids get stuff done is a week from Thursday, March 18th. I'll also drop the link to register for that workshop in the chat. And I'll look forward to hearing from you and talking more about these issues every week, every Monday at this time, 12:45 Mountain Time, 2:45 Eastern Time, and look forward to talking with you more. Have a great week, everybody.